This is the housing site at Troy Gardens, and this is the first building we built in 2006, and you can see it's got solar hot water heat for all 3 units and a PV system. So we have a lot of really good renewable energy stuff going here.
PV,
Voltaic.
This looks like a rain garden.
This is a stormwater detention area, and it's all prairied out, which is what you want because that improves the rainwater absorption. And you can see another one here that we're just establishing that's growing in, thank God. And so our goal here is to detain as much stormwater as we can on site so it'll be absorbed into the ground, and that reduces the strain on the stormwater system and reduces contaminants going into the lakes and that kind of stuff. This is Megan and Mark's home. They live on an end unit facing south with a great southern exposure, and they've gardened all over the place. Got this big garden in the backyard. They were gardening on the side yard. They've got garlic in their porch. They're just doing all kinds of amazing things with their home.
Get away from my house!
There they are. This is Brianna's project. I'm just a film crew. Look friendly. This is for public internet channel. Would you like to be featured for sustainable living?
Sure.
Why?
No! She's on the phone with her mom. We'll come back.
This is a courtyard at Troy Gardens.
Hi, Nathan. Wow, this is some serious landscaping.
So we wanted this to create kind of a welcoming area in the middle, kind of with accessibility really important. And here's Brianna seeing an old friend who had a baby, which is very cool. This is for the public internet channel. You're being featured.
I'm living green at Troy Gardens.
Right.
With babies.
Don't worry, it's just a test shot.
It's just a test.
It's just a test.
Okay, we're moving on. Goodbye.
We're trying to get to the back before it gets dark.
One thing is that all the homes here are accessible for people who use wheelchairs. This one's got some tomato plants. But you can see a level entrance all the way in to a nice front porch. Porches are important. People have some nice hammocks. People just are really good at making this place homey. And all this stuff is just grown in 2 seasons. Can you believe that, Brianna?
This is amazing, Greg.
Could you have ever imagined this when you were working on the old days?
No, it's just an empty field. Empty, full of weeds.
That's a nice view right there of that house. Okay, we're going to the farm now. So here we are at the back of the housing site, walking along an old railroad bed. It's been buried under 3 feet of gravel to protect us against the dangers of creosote and railroad ties. And right here is this prairie that's just grown up in 2 years that's helping to keep the stormwater from going down the hill into people's basements. And it's working pretty well finally. So, and now we're coming up on the farm. We're walking faster to make the video interesting. And now
Here we go.
we're going to the back part of Troy Gardens. And this is pretty cool. This is where we have a 5-acre farm. Organic CSA farm. The only one in the city of Madison. Here you can see the farmer. Farmer Claire. She's this person right here. That's Farmer Claire. And here's the farm at the end of the season. And this is, what is this?
Broccoli?
Broccoli. And then behind that are pumpkins. There's no pesticides here, baby. And those power lines in the back, they don't use any pesticides or herbicides back there either. And then there's like a barn, little barn back there. It's pretty cool. There's our tractor. It works. This is the prairie. This gets burned every year. So everything you're about to see is all grown in the last 4 months. And there's no herbicides used out here, so it's being burned in order to get rid of invasives. Brianna, you established this prairie.
I did. And look at this. This is a compass plant. This plant lives to be 100 years old.
Wow.
The leaves are all scratchy.
So, talk about what you did at Trey Gardens, Brianna.
Oh, I'm too shy to talk about it on the camera. Point it over there and I'll talk. So, this prairie used to be all full of weeds and trees and things that had grown up since it was a farm. It looks really good, doesn't it? It's amazing how much it's grown up. So we plowed it all up and started fresh with a new prairie.
You had to plow up some trees.
Up trees and weeds and rocks and all sorts of things.
Okay, I'm gonna cut. Okay. Here's lots of tomatoes planted in the northwest corner of the farm. This part of the farm I think has been fallow for a little while.
Yeah.
Could be wrong.
We switched it out from the other side.
So anyway, that's pretty cool. And you can see an apartment building in the distance, which lets you know that we're still in the middle of a city. Brianna, what is this?
Greg, this is the Prairie Council Ring area, the prairie gathering area. This is an oak tree we transplanted that was donated from the landscape architect we worked with on the project.
Steve Ziegler.
And these are a bunch of giant sandstone boulders that were donated for the project to make this gathering area.
Steve Ziegler finds big free rocks, doesn't he?
That's his specialty.
And when you're down here, you can't see anything that makes you think you're in the city. There's the moon. This is awesome. Anything else you want to say?
The loudest thing right now is the crickets, I think. Nope, that's it.